It's October 3rd.
Scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Alright, so I said that I wasn't going to do like a stream or whatever, but I guess I kind of forgot that I kind of needed a review of this god-awful, stupid fucking film. Just like I said that I wasn't going to finish the film, I decided to finish the film, and yeah, me and Adam had a discussion about whether this was honestly worse than Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, or that it was not. I said that it was way worse than Halloween 2. Actually, my words are, compared to this film, compared to this god-awful piece of shit film, Halloween 2 is basically Rob Zombie's Citizen Kane of his entire fucking, of all the fucking films that he's made. Compared to this film, Halloween 2, his Halloween 2, way back in 2009, I believe it was, is a Citizen Kane of his entire movies. I don't want to hear any complaining about House of a Thousand Corpses at all. Yes, his Halloween 2 was really bad, but it's not as bad as this film. And this film costs lots of money. Let me actually see. I forget how much it cost. I keep saying like 9 million, but it's 5 million. But like, as you can see, that was the score. Like, the thumbnail is basically the score for fucking Rotten Tomatoes, and me and Adam doesn't understand how the fuck it's got that high percent. It should be lower, especially the audience score. Like, I don't understand how people like this film, but I guess, like, I was at this point where I was like a hardcore Rob Zombie fan, and like I would like any of his films that he liked. And Adam being a fucking dumbass, he likes, he likes some of Zombie's films. No, that's just me messing with him. But like, he does like bad movies, which is like some of the movies that he doesn't like, that he likes, I don't like. And it's like some of the movies that he doesn't like, I like. It's kind of a Roger and Ebert thing. But anyway, like, this film is just so terrible. Like, the effects are bad. Like, I quit when, like, they did the stupid fucking number that they did, I made a video about it, and I was just like, that was me just broken. Uh, I came back and I was just like, I'm gonna finish it. I got to the song again, and then it was just like, now I'm gonna skip through that shit. It's so fucking bad, and it went on forever. God, it went on forever. That song went on forever. They were doing. I don't want to even say it. Like they were doing like a rendition of "I Got You, Babe" from um, Sonny and Cher, and like Jeffrey Daniel Phillips as oh god, Jeffrey Daniel Phillips as I'll get more into him. Jeffrey Daniel Phillips, fucking dressed like Sonny Bono. He was Herman Monster dressed as Sonny Bono, and it was just so stupid. It's just so goddamn fucking stupid. Um, and of course, Cher Moon Zombie as Lily was playing Cher, and it was just, and it went on forever. This film not only broke me, but it broke several other people as well, especially Adam. Um, broke a lot of people on Facebook. Well, a lot of people like it. Some people, I find that there's a few people like that I can fucking count on my fingers that I can say like this film. I don't know why. I don't know why they like this film. It's unbeknownst to me. I don't understand it. Like, I don't know. But there was this point, like I said, that I was a hardcore zombie fan, and I loved Halloween 2. You know, then I watched it again. I was like, oh my god, this is garbage. It's a fucking music video. He did like his own music video in like the Silence of Halloween 2, and like, yeah, he did it his way. I'm gonna say that, fucking like this film, he did it in his own way. He didn't fucking copy anything. He didn't do anything. But the way of Halloween 2 is just, it's just not as bad as this film. Like, the effects are bad. And, Adam said this as well. The effects were so bad, oh, hold on. Speaking of which, let me drop his let me drop his link. I'll drop his link later. But anyway, yeah. Even Adam was like, no, this is just garbage. This film is garbage. You know, um, I had, me and him had a conversation on via Messenger on this shit, and he would message me while I was working, and he would just be so filled with rage. And I was like, yeah, that was me when I watched this bullshit. But anyway, the trailer basically fucking tells you the whole entire movie. This is a prequel to the Munsters 60s TV show. God, I hate this fucking movie. I hate wanting to remember this fucking movie. I really do. Will I watch this? It's weird because, like, at the end of the day, Adam said that he was going to watch this movie again. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I can't do that. I can't watch this fucking movie again. I'm taking all, like, I am taking all the time I need because I don't want to fucking remember this plot for this fucking movie. I don't want to go through the synopsis of this movie, and I'm taking all the time that I can just to ramble on because I don't fucking feel like remembering this fucking movie is so painful. Um, this is probably the worst movie I will see this year. Um, thank God that Hellraiser comes out in 2 days. Thank God. Thank fucking God. Well, one day. Actually, it comes out tomorrow. Excuse me. It comes out tomorrow. But thank God it does. Because, oh God damn. And hopefully when I watch that, I'll have to probably watch it in parts because I'm going to be working like those 2 days. But like, hopefully Hellraiser gets this fucking bad taste out of my mouth. You know, like I said, I'm so glad that I didn't fucking, like I said in my other videos, I'm so glad that I didn't spend money on this fucking film. Because it's such a fucking disappointment. It's such a bad movie. I told my friend Adam that this is probably the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. And yeah, I've seen some shit. I've seen some shit. I've seen fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, which is just like a recap of the first movie and then a bit of like a sequel. I've seen fucking the fifth, what was it, like the fourth one with Mickey Rooney and his robot son wanting to fucking hump the main character saying "I love you, mommy" multiple times. God, I've seen that. I've seen Gary Busey be a fucking serial killer and fucking turn and fucking die and then get cremated and his fucking ashes get like mixed into a gingerbread cookie and then he becomes a fucking killer gingerbread man wanting to fucking kill people. I've seen that shit. I've seen such bad shit. I've seen fucking flesh eaters with the fucking zombie fighting the fucking shark. I've seen, I've seen fucking Cannibal Holocaust, bro. I've seen Cannibal Holocaust, and I'd rather watch. I'm saying it right now. I'd rather watch Cannibal Holocaust multiple fucking times than watch the Munsters. I would. I really would. I really, really would. I'd rather watch Green Inferno, the fucking Cannibal Holocaust remake by Eli Roth again. I'd rather watch all of the fucking Hostel movies, even though like the third one's garbage. I'd rather watch Candyman 3, and that movie is a piece of garbage. The CGI is bullshit. I'd rather watch Seed of Chucky than fucking this garbage. Dude, I'd rather watch fucking Jason Takes Manhattan. I'd rather watch Freddy's Dead. I'd rather watch, God, I'd rather watch Uncle Sam. I'd rather. There's so many there's so many much shit that I have watched. There is so much shit that I've watched, and it's. I'd rather watch fucking Rubber. I'd rather watch a fucking tire kill people in stupid fucking ways than watch this fucking movie again. You know, like I said, I've watched shit. Like I have. It's a prequel to the Munsters. Like I said, it's a prequel to the 1960s Munsters film. You know, the trailer shows you what happens. It's basically the love life of fucking and how Herman and Lily Munster meet. What they don't tell you is that there's literally two other plots. There's three plots total in this 90-minute or whatever, however long fucking movie it is. The first plot is, of course, the scientist and the fucking guy from fucking Lost. You know, he's the guy from fucking the fat guy from Lost. Is the hunchback helper. Like, anyway, Jesus Christ. George Garcia is the guy from Lost, and Richard Blake is, you know, the Doom guy, the evil guy from Doom, the fucking weirdo from Doom. He played Richard Blake played Doomhead in 31. He played one of the fucking necrophiliac fucking drivers from Halloween 2. He played Wolfman and the Wolfman, not really a Wolfman, but you know the name Wolfman. He named himself Wolfman in 3 from Hell. He takes the place of fuck, what was his name? The guy that died. That was a clown. But anyway, Richard Blake's acting in this is tolerable in the beginning, but then it just comes to comedy, like and not good comedy, and it's his like overacting and cheesiness at the very end is just awful, and I'm glad he's gone from the film. It's you know, after the fucking marriage scene, he's gone from the film. You don't see him anymore. But anyway, Richard Blake and George, play a scientist and hunchback, you know, respectively, and they're looking for body parts to make a perfect specimen, you know. They find all the body parts and, you know, fucking wow, you know, the hunchback fucking chooses the wrong fucking brain. You know, where did I see that before? Oh yeah, in Young Frankenstein. And it was done really better. It was done so much better in Young Frankenstein. You know, God, it was done so much. Like they basically ripped off Young Frankenstein. But of course, they have to they have to do, they have to fucking explain why Herman is the way he is. But anyway, there's these twins, and like one was a rich pianist, and the other is this fucking comedian, and they get the wrong one. They get the comedian guy, and who can't fucking play the piano to save his fucking life. Both were played by um, the guy who put. Both were played by Jeffrey Daniel Phillips. God. And the set design for the lab looks like a shitty version of fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show, honestly. They shoot the electricity into the body, and it doesn't move. And the scientist gets upset, and then the fucking monster groans, and Richard Blake's character is like, "Oh, am I boring you to the?" He thought it was the fucking helper, the fucking hunchback, and it wasn't. It was the fucking monster that came back to life. It was these jokes in these fucking movies are bad. They're so bad. And I keep forgetting that this is PG. That this is like Rob Zombie's fucking first kids film. Even though he worked on fucking Pee-wee's Playhouse, but it doesn't fucking matter. This is the worst fucking kids film I've ever seen as well. I'd rather be strapped to a chair and watch fucking Watership Down, the original, than this fucking movie again. Anyway, so he comes back to life after the scientist gets upset because the fucking monster doesn't come back to life, and this is again, I guess, I'm not gonna say a shout out, but a rip off of Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein did it way better. It's two scenes that was taken from Young Frankenstein right there. By the way, I just noticed that. The second plot is that Lester, the werewolf brother that doesn't show up in the original series, but for a little bit. Anyway, he's basically in this movie for a long time. I forget who plays him, but anyway, the werewolf makeup looks so fucking cheap, and like they didn't even add any hair to his like arm, to his hands. I guess that's how he looked like in the original show. I don't remember what Lester looks like. But anyway, Lester's a gambler, and he's in deep with some Romanians, and Bella and his mother, which is a callback to the original Wolfman in 1930 something or 40 something, the one with Lon Chaney. But anyway, Bella in that film was played by Bela Lugosi, who played Dracula, and yeah, and in that one he was the werewolf and bit Lon Chaney. But anyway, I need to stop talking about better films. But anyway, so yeah, that's not not the first universal kind of callback there is, but anyway. So he's in this one. Bella and his mother is still gypsies, and they're in and they're trying to get money from Lester, which I find kind of weird because isn't the stereotype that gypsies are like fucking um into money, like anyway. I think it's kind of I don't know. I think it's kind of weird, but anyway. And so he tells Bella and his mother. Well, he tells Bella's mother. I forget who the actress is. Fucking I don't care. That he'll give them the deed to his father's castle, which in the end he does, because of course they have to find a way to move to Mockingbird Lane. Plot device, that's something else that happens that's so bad in this film. Things happen because plot, and I'll get into that later. But anyway, so that's the second plot point. And Lester calls his dad, Grandpa Lester, who is called the Count here. The Count doesn't give her money, so Lester tries to find a way to get the deed to the house signed over to the gypsies. That's just, like I said, that's the second plot point. The third plot point, there's actually 4 in this. I forgot. But anyway, the scientist one's cut short anyway, so I guess you could say there's 3 in this. Herman finds stardom and becomes a comedian, and on the TV and dinner scene, Lily finds out about Herman. Everyone finds out about Herman, and how awful he is. He's not this great pianist and whatever, but it doesn't matter because Lily falls in love with him right away. And it's just the editing, like there's like editing like in this kind of like, if you've seen Creepshow, I explained this to my friend Adam. If you've seen Creepshow, then they do like this kind of pop-up art kind of thing, like in the comics. And it's kind of like this. It's kind of like Creepshow, but really shitty. There's like hearts everywhere. There's like this ugly ass background. It's so bad. This coming from Lily already had a date with Count Orlok. Nosferatu. God, they really fucked him over. Nosferatu, instead of being like this scary monster, it's basically kind of a ripoff of Dracula. Becomes like this cartoonish guy who loves rats. He gets eaten by rats at the fucking end of the film. It's so stupid. It's supposed to be ironic and funny, but it comes off as dumb. My friend Adam hated it and then loved it. And I was like, I hate it. It's stupid. But anyway, the date doesn't go well because, of course, Orlok does like this dance to like music. He has his own fucking music, techno music, and he just dances to it. I don't even know what era this is supposed to be in. It's like so confusing. Like at first it was like supposed to be like in the 60s, and then it's like modern day, and then it switches to it's like this. figuring out the timeline of this movie, and like where this movie takes place, it gives you a fucking headache. Like, I just gave up. Anyway, so the date with Orlok didn't go well, so she wants to fucking date Herman, go in this club, and when, oh my god, the editing in this fucking, Jesus Christ, when she walks in the club, it's like so fucking bad. The editing is so god awful. Like, there's like spinning and shit. Like, the fucking SpongeBob episode where like Mr. Krabs is like looking around and everything's spinning around him. That's what this looked like, and it was just a shittier version of that. Like, they took a meme and just like edited it like where it was like spinning around. That's what it looked like. It looked so bad. It looked so god awful. Thank you for the 3 views. Now 2. Appreciate it. Yeah, the editing, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it, but the editing here is just so goddamn awful. It gets worse. Oh, it gets worse. So Lily runs into Lester, and Lester asks what she's doing here. And he's like, oh, you must be looking for the new attraction, Herman. He tells her where his fucking room is. And Herman asks, Herman looks at Lily and completely, like, that stupid fucking editing bullshit pop-up shit happens again, and he falls in love. Lily asks him on a date, and then Herman says yes. He does this whole bullshit where, like, he's like, oh, let me check my calendar. Shuts the door, and he, like, gets excited and does a stupid laugh. And, like, comes out with a calendar. He's like, well, I'm free. And then Lily's like, well, how about this day? And then he's like, well, let me see. And they, like, fucking shuts the door, and he does this stupid laugh. Does a dumb laugh. The laugh is good, though. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the laugh that Jeffrey Daniel Phillips does for Herman's great, but, like, his fucking squeaky voice is so god awful. I don't understand why, like, people thought. I think that was a fucking thing that zombie thought it was. That zombie thought that was a good voice for fucking Herman. I don't fucking know. Because Fred Gwynn didn't sound like that in the original fucking movie. But anyway. It just repeats the same joke over again. He shuts the door, does his laugh, whatever. So they go on this fucking date, and then he meets the grandfather, and he meets Igor, which, god damn it. The actor that played Igor was fucking like the 4th Doctor Who. Like I told Adam, he played the played like the 4th Doctor Who, and he has to be in this bullshit movie. Like, oh my god. And Adam was like, who? He didn't realize who it was. But yeah. Jesus Christ, this fucking movie. Ugh. Anyway, of course, the grandfather doesn't like him, and the third plot comes in, or fourth, whatever. Grandpa Munster, the Count, figures out a way to fucking get rid of Herman Munster, which he obviously doesn't, and well, of course, he likes him in the end. Whatever. Um, the guy that plays the grandfather is, the best part of this film. He really plays Grandpa Munster really good. There are times where I kind of felt some Al Lewis in there, who played the original Grandpa Munster. Um, it was, like I said, he's the best part of this film. Anyway, Herman does his stupid fucking jokes. Not even good. They're groaners and not even good groaners, dude. Like, they're so bad. Uh, anyway, they go on a date, go to Paris. The fucking green screen when they go to Paris looks so bad. They find out that like there's this monster that's under the sewer, and of course it's Spot. I don't know why they have to like make an origin story for Spot now. Like they didn't even in the original. They didn't even like. I'm gonna keep comparing this to the fucking original. Jesus Christ! In the original, they didn't even show Spot what he looked like. Here is a dragon, of course. So they keep Spot. It turns out that like I don't even give a shit about the fucking wedding scene. Ugh. The wedding scene, uh, you know, they find Spot on their honeymoon in Paris. Like I said, the background in Paris is bullshit. It turns out that like during the fucking wedding, Herman like fucking signs a contract to give the fucking home away because of course again plot because they have to go to fucking Mockingbird Lane. So Lester fucking whatever fucking story arc ends for a bit. You know, the gypsies get the castle and Lester's free and goes to fucking splurge in Vegas. You don't see him at the end of the movie, which, by the way, Adam thinks that that's probably ruins the film. Yeah, it really does. But anyway, so Grandpa finds them in a hotel in Paris. Tells Lily what happened, and of course Lily's upset. Fucking whatever. Then they find out what's gonna happen, to their home. They figure out a way what to do. God. Herman's like, oh, I know what to do. And they say, what? And he's like, well, I'm gonna hold my breath until we get the castle back. And he holds his fucking breath. Like Adam said, like in the original Munsters, Herman wasn't this fucking stupid at the point of retardation. Like dude, he is so stupid in this fucking film. He's so stupid in this film, honestly. Like, He acts more like a child than like he doesn't act like a child in the original. Sometimes he does, but here it's just goes up to 11, like cheese factor up to 11. They made Herman so fucking stupid. Anyway, they're at home. It's almost the end. Oh god. They're at home and they fucking go on the TV and they see this guy doing a broadcast, of course. It's Jeffrey Daniel Phillips again. I don't know why they just don't get different actors. Like, I don't understand. They have the money. They have the money for it. I don't understand. Kind of like earlier, like a newscaster was Shitwood Zombie. Fucking, it's just so bad. Dee Wallace was in this film, and me and Adam were looking for it forever, and I was apparently she's just a fucking voice in the film, just like the fucking and like the voice of the airplane attendant was like, hold on. Kevon DiCarlo, who was fucking the original Lily. The original Eddie was in this film too. I don't even remember who he played, but yeah, they had like two of the fucking original actors in the original film and in the original series in this. Of course, they couldn't get Gwen because he's dead. They couldn't get the original Grandpa because he's dead. But it couldn't get Al Lewis because he's dead. But like they got two of the fucking actors in this film from the original. And that's what I kind of joked about Adam about this because it's like, well, I said, well, that's where all the fucking money went. That's where all the fucking money went. Um, anyway, so Herman gets this idea to go to America to be on a talk show, make his own show because he looks better than the fucking actor that's on the TV. So they go there and they fucking find this house. The real estate wants to buy this house and wants the Munsters to buy this house and fucking instead they find the castle that's on Mockingbird Lane and they of course get that one. And then there's a stupid comedy scene where it's like Herman wants to haggle with the real estater and like he doesn't understand that she's trying to give the fucking house away. You see that before. You've seen that fucking before. Oh god. The editing when they go to America, like when they're driving down to get to Mockingbird Lane, Mockingbird Heights. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Like I'll show you maybe I'll show you you guys a video of it. It's just really fucking god awful. Don't buy this film. Don't buy this film when it's streaming on Netflix. Don't watch it on fucking Netflix. don't fucking buy the DVD. Don't buy the fucking Blu-ray. This film's garbage. So now they're like, well, we got the fucking we got the house, but we broke. What are we gonna do? Turns out there's a fucking Halloween party going on. They go to the Halloween party, and turns out that, surprise, surprise, they're giving money away to the thousands of dollars away to the best costume in the Halloween party. And it's the Munsters, of course. Like I said, plot. Things happen. Things fix themselves. And, like, they get there broke, and it's like, what are we going to do? You know, and that was like 5 or 10 minutes, and then, boom, it fixes itself. Like, they get money because they're the best dressed. You know, they're the best costume. Of course, because every other fucking costume there is so cheap. Like, the effects here are cheap. The fucking costumes look cheap. They go to, like, Mockingbird Heights, and, like, the real estaters fucking, which makeup's cheap. Like, the wig's cheap. They see kids going around in cheaply made fucking costumes. Oh my god, they're so bad. The costumes at the party are so cheap. I wouldn't even call it a fucking costume party. Like, it's so fucking bad and cheap. Even the fucking signs that say Mockingbird Heights look cheap. Look cheap as fuck. And I keep saying cheap because it's, oh god, this film is so bad, and it's so low budget. It's so fucking not even good low budget either. It's so cheap, cheaply made. Oh, fucking bad. And they have this one good joke in this fucking movie. Kind of like how I feel like how the original Munsters were, you know. They have the clock from, like, the original. Looks like kind of like the original, where it's like it's a bird and it just does funny comebacks. You know, the time is you're late for work, idiot, or something. It doesn't say blockhead or something. That's from the original. And Rob Zombie is a fan of the original Munsters, you know, but his vision's just, like I told Adam, like, his vision is just so covered in bullshit and cheapness and bad jokes and fucking lame editing, bad editing, and fucking bad storytelling that you can't tell that it's, you forget that he's a fucking fan of the Munsters. Anyway, so Herman goes out, and like I said, this is the best joke of the movie. You know, this scene is the best scene of the fucking movie. He finds out that, you know, everyone's like dressed normal, and he's like wondering what the fuck is going on. He panics, kind of like in the original. You know, Lily and Grandpa Munster is asking what's going on, and Jeffrey Daniel Phillips does a very bad, cheesy impression of fucking Herman, being like, it's like they were replaced by aliens or some bullshit. Lily's like, it's not that bad. Goes outside and, you know, doesn't show anybody. You know, it already showed Herman, like, you know, interacting with people. You know, there was a lemonade stand, there was people on bikes, there was people mowing lawns. It doesn't show that in the beginning. It doesn't show that beginning. It doesn't show that when Lily and Grandpa and Herman go out the second time. Herman comes out the second time, as Lily and Grandpa comes out the first time. It's just like their reactions. It just shows their reactions, their horrid reactions, and it's so good. But then it's ruined, of course, by Lester. And Lester, of course, is like, hey, and Herman's like, you have a lot of nerve showing up again after what happened. And then he's like, don't worry, I got money because I made bank. I made bank on my earnings in Vegas, and here's your half. And Herman's like, we're rich, and that's the end of the fucking movie. He just and fucking Lester ruins the entire best joke in the fucking entire fucking scene. The best joke in the fucking movie. The best scene of the fucking movie is ruined. This movie is garbage. This movie is fucking garbage. Do not spend money on this fucking film. I know my review didn't even do it justice. It's so bad. So goddamn bad. Watch the reviews on this film. It's so fucking bad. Jeremy Johns just like tore this fucking movie apart. Like it's, and like he couldn't even finish the film either. He just like shut it off. This movie is dog shit. It's garbage. It angers me that it doesn't anger me. It surprises me that the score on Rotten Tomatoes is like that high, and the audience score is that high. Like a 4.6 out of 10 on IMDb. It should be low. Well, that's pretty much a good score. That's exactly what the fucking score should be. Well, maybe a 3 point whatever or a 2. But yeah, like I see that Rotten Tomatoes is boosting their fucking ratings and just making bullshit ratings, and I don't follow Rotten Tomatoes. I think they're crap. I think they shouldn't be trusted. But I mean, yeah, this film should be lower. It's dog shit. It's the worst fucking Rob Zombie film I've ever seen. It's the worst film I've ever seen. Period. It's probably the worst Halloween film that I've seen ever. And if you want to watch the Munsters, go watch the original. Like I posted on Facebook, go watch the original TV series. Go watch the original movies. Like they're bad, but not as bad as this one. The fucking Christmas one has fucking Bug Langley, Bug Hall as fucking Eddie. And the plot with fucking Santa Claus is weird, but it's fucking Munsters. It's not as bad as this bullshit. Do not spend fucking money on this film. It's fucking trash. It's not even trash. It's like garbage. It's a dumpster fire on top of dumpster fire. It's so bad.
Later, dudes.